Mr. Allward is not just the Premier of New Brunswick, he's also the Minister of Aboriginal Affairs in New Brunswick. So I don't know if anybody saw the headline a couple of days ago where it said, the Premier refuses to meet at the Longhouse. But if we had changed that too, the Minister of Aboriginal Affairs refuses to meet at the Longhouse, it would have been a different story. Conflict of interest, in my opinion. Next. Where is he? Oh. An amazing man, somebody who has been standing with us, probably before I was even standing here, from our collective Wabanaki territory, Mr. Jean-Louis Deveau. Representing the the Council of Canadians.
Thank you, Judy, and welcome everyone. It is really a pleasure to see so many of you come this afternoon. Never in history has violence been initiated by the oppressed. Violence is initiated by those who oppress, who exploit, who fail to recognize others as persons, not by those who are oppressed, exploited, and unrecognized. Favorite words from an author named Paulo Freire in his book, The Pedagogy of the Oppressed. My name, as Judy mentioned, is Jean-Louis, and I have the honor of working with one of the best group of protesters I've ever come across. And that is the Fredericton chapter of the Council of Canadians. I sincerely hope that you don't mind if this afternoon I brought a special friend with me. This friend of mine, I'm sure many of you know. He is the fictional character in an animated movie called Bambi, which was created by Walt Disney in 1942. And he got his name from a habit that he had of always thumping his left foot. Do you folks know, by any chance, what his name might be? Thumper! That's right! His name is Thumper. But this guy is cool, and not like the Thumpers that we all know that do some business in Kent County. A couple of weekends ago, I had the privilege of attending the annual general meeting of the Council of Canadians in Saskatoon, and I was asked there to provide a brief history of the anti-shale gas campaign in New Brunswick. So I just want to share a little bit of my story. It all started some time ago when a good friend of ours, our contemporary Laura Secord, i.e. Stephanie Merrill, darted across the province, going from community to community, warning us about the impending invasion from the shale gas companies. And as soon as communities started to hear about this, there were community associations sprouting up all across the countryside, determined to put a stop to this. Shortly after that, 20,000 people signed their names on a petition. The petition landed on Allward's desk, and his response was, "Don't worry, be happy, we're going to initiate the most stringent regulations in all the continent." Shortly after that, he gave a contract to Dr. Louis Lapierre. Louis Lapierre came to listen to our messages in 9 different locations, and we told him exactly what we thought about shale gas. Did he listen to us? No! Unfortunately, he didn't. What we told Dr. Lapierre was before before you consult on regulations, you have to consult with us first to establish whether or not we want this industry in the province. If, and only if, we agree that we want to have this industry here, then and only then will we accept to provide you with any input on regulations. That was our message. So, the long and short of it is that we ended up this summer going up to Kent County. Many of us went up to Kent County, and our purpose there was to teach the Thumpers a lesson in good manners. Even the real Thumper here knows that it is not polite for perfect strangers to come on anyone's property and stomp without their permission. But as you know, those Thumpers don't like anybody messing with their stomping feet, not even Pocahontas. In closing, I just want to leave you some words from Martin Luther King. Remember that he too was severely criticized for his involvement in non-violent civil disobedience. When he was sitting in the Birmingham prison, he wrote a note to his critics, and this is what he said. There are two types of laws, just and unjust. One has not only a legal but a moral responsibility to obey just laws. Conversely, and as Candace repeated this morning, one has a moral responsibility to disobey unjust laws. We must continue to revolt against unjust laws through direct action, protests, and blockades. For according to a growing number of scientists and even author Bill McGibbon turned activists, these are the only antibodies currently rising up to fight against Mother Earth's spiking fever.